Hi everyone, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a pretty little bob style to show you. Chin length in the front and a little shorter in the back. This is Emery by Noriko in the color Candy Brown LR. I'd like to thank Lori's Lemonade Stand, a wig boutique, for sending me this style so that I can review her for you. And as always, if you haven't done so already, I'd like to ask, please subscribe down below, like and comment, and we'll get started. So Emery here, as you can see, is just a classic short bob style. We'll get a good look at the back in just a minute. But I haven't tried too many Noriko styles, and I have to say I'm impressed, especially with the lace front. Now this is a dark color, but look at that lace front. That is pretty well done. If I look very carefully, I can see a little bit of knotting. I noticed some on the side here, but this lace front is not too dense, and I think the knotting is really well done, despite the fact that this is such a dark color. So that is wonderful. Now the lace runs from here, might have a little bio hair under there. Let's tuck that under. From here to here on me. So it's not an extended lace front, but as I said, I think that front hairline looks pretty darn good. And then we have a mono part. Now I haven't changed the part yet, and I don't have silicone scar tape under there, so I will want to do that, and we'll do that together. I also think that these fibers are falling in my face a little bit, and I will want to steam them away from the face, and we'll do that together. I often do that with my synthetic and heat-friendly synthetic styles. But yes, we just have these pretty layers, longer pieces in the front. I have a 22-inch circumference head, so really depending on your head size, this style might appear longer or shorter, but for me, this is where those front pieces come, just right about to under the chin. And then it tapers and is layered in the back. So let's go ahead and look at her from all sides. Here she is from the right. And the back. You can see that layering. And the left. Just a really pretty short bob style, very practical to wear, and because of this length you won't experience too much friction. So I think this is just very, very cute, and I can't wait to get a good look at all the details and this beautiful color. So next we'll go ahead and we'll do some steaming. We'll change the part and steam the fibers away from the face. Then we'll look at the cap construction. We'll go over just a few little styling options. I'll take her outside so that we can get a good look at this beautiful color in natural light, and then we'll go over final thoughts. So here she is on a blockhead, as you can see, and I actually decided that with a short little bob style like this, I prefer a messy part. I'm not going to create a very defined part. You certainly could, and you do have that mono part there that you could use to create some scalp appearance if that's the kind of look you like. But I think for now, I'm just going to steam these fibers away from the face a little bit here on the blockhead and give it a little lift in the front just so that the fibers aren't falling forward quite as much. That's just what I prefer, and we'll go ahead and do that together. I have my iSteam steamer here. This is just a little handheld clothes steamer that I purchased on Amazon. I'll leave that in the description box down below, and we'll go ahead and get started. So first, I'll go ahead and clip these fibers back on the left, and we'll start steaming. I have a steaming video on my channel, and we'll leave a link in the description box down below. Be sure to direct the steam at the fibers, not at the delicate lace front or monofilament portions of the cap, and keep the steamer moving. Don't leave it in any one place for more than 3 seconds. All right, that should do it. Now I need to let these fibers cool completely so that the new style will set, and we'll put her back on my head and see if we like the results. So she's back on my head. Let's go ahead and remove the clips. As you can see, I prefer finger combing my synthetic styles. I just find that it is easier on the fibers. Okay, I ended up playing around with it quite a bit. But I do think I like these results. I changed the part a little bit so it was further on the side. And now we just have a little bit of lift here in the front and here. And you also certainly could use product, you know, some wig wax spray on these fibers to help create whichever style you're interested in. But this works well for me for now. And I think we'll go ahead and look at the cap construction next. So here we have the cap construction for Emery. First, you can see we have this lace front from here to here. I love that, and I think it looks very natural there, the front hairline, and a left part, a left mono part. Now, you can move your part around a little bit within this area and still have the appearance of scalp, but it is a dedicated left part. Then we have soft ear tabs with metal stays. I think this is an extended nape. It's not as thin as some standard napes and not as wide as some extended napes, but I think you get a little bit of extra coverage with that nape. And then you have bra strap style adjusters that you can tighten or loosen to your circumference. Now, as I mentioned, I have a 22-inch circumference head, and this cap fits me, but I did loosen those adjusters as much as I could so that this cap wouldn't be too snug on my 22-inch circumference head. I checked for permatease on this style, and there is absolutely some permatease, and I think it just helps maintain this beautiful shape on this bob style. You have a little bit next to that mono part in the crown and in other areas, but I think it's very well done and not visible from the surface at all. So a beautiful cap construction on this little style. So let's look at just a few styling options for this pretty little bob style. I wouldn't even do too much to a style like this. I think it's so pretty just the way it was designed and to be worn, but absolutely, if you enjoy just styling your wigs a little bit once in a while, just for a change, I think you could do a few things. You certainly can do an ear tuck, and I love to do that with my styles throughout the day just to keep fibers completely out of the face. You could do it on either side. Then I sometimes like to take a little clip and just clip front fibers away from the face. You could give them a little twist and just fasten that there to hold those back. If you're outside working or cooking or whatever and you really don't want any fibers falling forward, I think that's a cute option. Then I like to try a headband with a style like this. First, let's go ahead and pull all the fibers back so that I can show you the coverage that I'm getting. So as I mentioned, we have that lace front here, and it runs from here to here. And I think that is well done. As you can see, those knots are delicate and it's not too dense of a hairline. And then the ear tabs end here on me. I do have a little bit of bio hair showing. I'm running my fingers along the ear tabs here. That often happens, I think, because I have a low hairline. So I'm really getting a good amount of coverage from this style. But to wear a headband with her, what I would do is just kind of pull some of the fibers back, not all, and tuck a little headband in there. And that sure is a fun and cute look. And just, you know, changes it up a little so that you don't have the exact same style every day. So next, we'll go ahead and go outside and get a good look at this beautiful color in natural light. So here we are outside. Let's get a good look at this beautiful color, Candy Brown LR. I have the sample from the coloring here, and I've separated out the fibers so that you can see these two colors. What you have is a dark brown, and I'm seeing a lot of that, especially inside. Outside, I'm seeing a little bit more of that highlighting and that lighter color. This is that lighter color, and this is a warm, lighter brown. And you can see you have that rooting. This is the long root. LR stands for long root for Noriko, and it's a little bit hard to see. It's done so naturally that on the style itself, there's definitely not as much of a distinction between the rooting and the rest of the color as there is on this sample. But these are the two colors that are blended together. Let me give it a spin here. In this style. So let's look at the actual style itself. Just a gorgeous color, and I do love the highlights. You can see them, how they're blended, and it just has a nice amount of depth and dimension in this color. The details are the lace front here. You can see I don't think there are any lighter fibers in the front. But having said that, I think these knots are very delicate and the hairline is not too dense, that if you move the fibers away from the face, I think this is a very good hairline in the front here. And then you do have the mono part, which I'm not displaying right now. I just left it as a messy part. So let's go ahead and look at this color from all sides here in the natural light. Here we are from the right. And the back. And again, you can see the beautiful layering throughout this style. And the left. Really a beautiful darker brunette with warm highlights. I think this is a natural looking color and definitely has some interest to it, but isn't at all too shocking in terms of highlighting. And I think it suits this little bob style really well. So next we'll go over final thoughts. So final thoughts. Every once in a while, a style surprises me, and I think Emery falls into that category. I normally personally reach for longer styles, lobs or mid-length styles, but I have to say this is an adorable little bob style. Very easy to wear, you hardly feel any fibers at all, and just such a pretty flattering style. I love the features, I love that lace front. Again, there you can see the knotting, well done. And the mono part. I love the layers and the length in the front here, that it does frame the face, the front fibers. And I wouldn't call this a wavy style, but it has a little bit of texture. It's not just stick straight. So I think that adds a little bit of interest as well. And I just want to give you one more spin around so you can see her from all sides. Every time I do it, she looks a little bit different, I think. Just a very pretty style. This color is new to me, the Candy Brown LR. I think it's a gorgeous, deep brunette with warm highlights that are not at all too stripy, very subtle. There is a rooting, and this is such a subtle root that if you were to ask me if this is rooted or not, I probably would say it's not rooted. So, but I think it's really well done, and I think it's just a gorgeous, dimensional, dark brunette color is the effect you get. So overall, I give the style and the color a thumbs up, and I hope as always that my review has been helpful and informative, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.